If you knew morning wood, then you know why I feel blue. Without morning, my morning wood. Oh, well, I love you, yes, I love you, morning wood. Morning wood, morning wood. Oh, how my heart yearns for you. Oh, morning, my morning wood. Oh, well, I love you, yes, I love you, morning wood. Morning wood, morning wood. Pretty, 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 pretty morning wood. Oh, morning, my morning wood. Oh, well, I love you and I need you, morning wood. I love you, morning wood, with a love so rare and true. Oh, morning, my morning wood. Well, I love you, I want you, morning wood.
Rise and shine. This is The Morning Woo, coming to you live from an undisclosed location in beautiful New Jersey. Streaming live on Facebook Live, YouTube Live, X Live, Twitch, and now on Instagram Live on the Let's Go Devils Network. As the Olympics continue, yesterday afternoon, we watched Team USA absolutely dominate Team Sweden in the semifinals of the U.S., the women's ice hockey in the Olympics, going to the finals, meeting Team Canada, USA versus Canada, this Thursday at 1:10 p.m. Eastern in the Olympics. And man, have the U.S. women's team absolutely dominated the tournament so far, only giving up one goal in the entire tournament, shutting teams down, winning 5-0 yesterday. Like, it's unbelievable how dominant the United States has been for women's ice hockey. And the rivalry continues between USA versus Canada, and that should be a good one on Thursday. Got to find a bar around 1 o'clock p.m. Eastern on Thursday to watch that game. I mean, it could be the precursor, and I know a lot of you are thinking about it, and they're saying, Sam, don't jinx it, but boy, do I want a USA versus Canada in the men's ice hockey Olympic final gold medal game. Would be freaking amazing. Michael Hay says, good morning. The captain showed up. Nico Heischer, 2 goals and 1 assist. Timo with 2 assists and a win. Just ended 3-0 versus Italy. Yes, the knockout games are today. Team USA and Team Canada will be playing tomorrow for the quarterfinals. So teams are right now knocking each other out today. We've got a big schedule today for Olympic men's ice hockey. But getting back to the women's, I mean, just unbelievable domination. And it makes you worried. It makes you worried because, you know, we saw it in the men's figure skating where sometimes you think, oh, it's automatic. This person's going to dominate. Anytime you get to the final round, the gold medal game, that's where the pressure is on. No doubt that I have confidence in Team USA, who beat Canada 5-0. But you know Canada, they've got the extra gear. They've got that pride factor. They've got the country on the line. And it's just going to be 2 heavyweights, just mashing one another. So, again, Olympics. I'm having a great time. I don't know about you. I'd like to hear from you in the YouTube live about how are the Olympics for you so far. I mean, taking a break from the NHL season, I like it, but I don't. It just stops the whole momentum. But just like last season with Four Nations, it is very interesting how, it's very interesting how the competitiveness goes to a whole new level when you play for your country. And there's something to be said about that. So let's go over the scoreboard in the knockout rounds today. Switzerland beating Italy 3-0 is what we said before. Also, Germany beating up on France 5-1. So that's what we have so far. And then we have other games coming up as well. We have coming up Czechia versus Denmark and Sweden versus Latvia. So with that said, let's go to the bracket right now. Do I have the bracket? I don't have the bracket in front of me. Shame on me. I thought I had the bracket. Let me just go see if I can look for the bracket. I had the bracket before. And, when you're unprepared for the podcast, and I apologize, sometimes it happens. I got the knockout rounds. So United States is waiting on that last game, whether Sweden or Latvia, is it Latvia? Yeah, Sweden or Latvia play that game. But here's what we do know is Germany has advanced. And we also know that Switzerland has advanced. We'll play Finland, I believe. I'm trying to go by these countries, these flags. I don't even know the flags of these countries. Here, I'll show you my bracket right now. Oh my goodness, this is embarrassing. This is what I'm looking at. I'm like, what flag is that? What flag is that? Anyway, so again, can't wait for the quarterfinals. Are you going to be watching all the quarterfinal games tomorrow? It's going to be nerve-wracking for me. It's like you're watching in the office. You can't be screaming. But then again, it's hockey. And it's like, Michael Hayes hoping for Swiss to medal. Maria, happy Devils Tuesday to you. Was waiting for Nico. Happy for him and Timo. Yeah, I'm happy for a lot of the Devils doing well in the tournament. Jim Norton, good morning. Pete, Olympics has been great. Hope our boys come back ready to compete like we see them now. Yeah, you know what? It's important. It's important to the players. And when it's important to the players, they kick it up a totally different level, But, on February 22nd, that's going to be the gold medal game. Which team is going to get there? Which team is going to get there? And coincidentally, February 22nd is the same day that the U.S. Olympic ice hockey team pulled off the greatest upset in sports, beating the Soviets 4-3 in that game in Lake Placid. So you're kind of connecting the dots here. I know I'm getting ahead of myself, but man, nothing I would love to see USA versus Canada. And, I'm getting, a lot of Canadian fans are not happy with me, because after all, I mean, the Canadian NHL teams, they haven't seen a Stanley Cup in over 3 decades, going on 4. Last team to win the Stanley Cup in Canada was the Montreal Canadiens in 1993. It's been that long. I mean, Who would have ever thought? I mean, there's been some close calls. Vancouver Canucks has had a couple times where they could have won it, but they couldn't pull off a Game 7 victory in the Stanley Cup Finals. Edmonton Oilers as well. But I think what I love about the United States and the ice hockey program through USA Hockey is the development of all these players over the years since that 1980 team, where they opened up the door, a possibility of ice hockey. And he was criticized quite a bit. And he's sometimes still criticized even now. But you have to give Gary Bettman a lot of credit for expanding the NHL in the Sun Belt. And you're talking about Wayne Gretzky being traded to LA. That was the start. Putting expansion teams. Some of it worked, some of it didn't. But look at the Florida Panthers and the Tampa Bay Lightning now, who have ruled this decade. The Minnesota North Stars relocating to Dallas. Dallas only had, the state of Texas, only had one ice rink, two ice rinks when they moved? And it was the Dallas Stars that started the grassroots campaign, which made them so successful in the state of Texas, where there are hundreds of rinks in Dallas. Obviously, technology has a lot to do with it. Where it didn't work was the Atlanta Thrashers, although Atlanta may get another shot at it, probably their last time getting a shot at it. Also, you got to think about the Arizona Coyotes moving from Winnipeg. Now the Utah Mammoths. All these teams moving down south or putting new teams down south. And you're talking about also, let's go to the West Coast with Anaheim Ducks, San Jose Sharks. All these teams are now paying off, and you're seeing American hockey players play on the world stage at an elite level consistently right now. And it goes both the men's and women's game. Also, times have changed. College Hockey Inc., the organization, the nonprofit organization that was established in conjunction with the NCAA and the NHL to get young ice hockey players to go to college, because at the time it was go to major juniors and then try to get drafted, all that. College hockey was, another option, but not ideal. But now with the NIL rules right now, college hockey is just booming right now. And Gavin McKenna was like really a symbolic moment when he signed with Penn State. And I think a lot of, had to do with the NIL. I think a lot had to do with college hockey has been an incubator of young talent in the NHL, college hockey in the United States. And I think that is going to have a profound impact even after the Olympic Games about how much the United States has come a long way since that 1980 team. Like I said, the 1980 team actually finally opened up that door of possibility. But today's players, they've literally knocked down that door, because the United States is right now, compared to what it was about 30 years ago, is an absolutely a perennial heavyweight in the sport of ice hockey. Maria says she took Wednesday and Friday off. LOL. Oh, okay. So you're going to be watching the men's ice hockey. I don't blame you. I'm going to have to figure out how to watch this women's game, because there's a Penn Stater on there as well. So I'm pretty excited about that. But I'm excited about how far USA Hockey has come in the United States. And thank USA Hockey. Thank them for all they've done for United States ice hockey, at the grassroots levels, just, all the courses that you could take to be a referee, a coach, all that. They've done a fantastic job of growing the game. And this is something, again, I get it. Football's number one in the United States. Baseball, basketball's a global game. But ice hockey, let me tell you, anybody that goes to an ice hockey game and they watch it live, once they figure out how the game is played, you're hooked for life. You're absolutely hooked for life. And, again, and I just love how it's coming full circle. And I'm not saying the United States is going to win gold. I would love the United States to win gold. But it's really come full circle. And you know what? I'm sure that the Miracle team is just dying for the United States to win gold. And it's been a long time since 1980. And you know what? And the longer it goes, the United States not winning gold medal in the Olympics, it truly is like the miracle on ice, as how Al Michaels called it years ago, and the late King Dryden, who was the color guy. If you remember, the pregame show, basically they were saying they're going to enjoy this moment for the rest of their lives. But boy, nobody could have predicted, except for the guys in the locker room, that Team USA, the United States Olympic ice hockey team, would beat the Soviets. And there's been so many documentaries, and every documentary I've seen, especially the movie, it's not a documentary, but the movie Miracle has been just absolutely fantastic, absolutely inspiring, absolutely just wonderful. And I can't get enough of it. Just can't get enough of it. And the Miracle on Ice team is going to be approaching very soon the 50-year anniversary. It's insane it's been that long. And hopefully the United States would win gold eventually. And it was a heartbreaker for me to watch them lose. And a lot of people in that arena at TD Bank when they lost in the Four Nations against Team Canada and Connor McDavid. But I think there were many learning lessons in that game. And again, you have to have a good heart failure before you can move further. That's why I feel very confident in this Team USA team. All right. Well, I see those in the YouTube Live loving this Olympic ice hockey, but can't wait to get back to some kind of normalcy next week. As I can't believe I'm saying this, when the Devils take on the Buffalo Sabres, I believe it's February 25th, Wednesday. I'll be at American Whiskey for both Game Day Live and Devils After Dark. Again, I was actually talking about with folks, and everyone's like, don't jinx it. Should there be a viewing party if indeed the United States is in the gold medal game? And I think there should be, but again, are you allowed to get a bar open at 8 a.m. serving alcohol? I don't know. There should be exceptions to the rule. I know some jurisdictions don't allow it, liquor license, all that kind of stuff, but anyway. All right, well, I'm going to get out of here. Thank you for joining the Morning Woo. I don't know, was it 135 straight days or 136 straight days of the Morning Woo? Talking Olympic hockey, talking just about anything. Also in baseball news, seeing that Stephen Cohen, I'll talk a little bit more about that at another time, but Stephen Cohen, he said a lot of things in his press conference, the Mets owner, about not having a captain as long as he is the owner of the team. But anyway, so we're going to get out of here. I think I need to get back to work. Anyway, all right, well, thank you. Ceremonial sip. I got to get out of here. I think I'm supposed to get back to work. Anyway, dropping the podcast in about 10 minutes on all of our podcast pages. Till next time, this is the Morning Woo. Let's go, Devils.
Ooh, yes, I love you. Morning Woo.